Hi everybody, I made a video for you all while I'm out. The video I made earlier today, unfortunately the sound did not record, so I'm doing a voiceover here. And I'm going to do my best to match it up to the video. So this is a video to make sure you know what you're doing for the value drawing assignment. We've talked about it over the past few days that value is an element of art, and it means the range of light to dark, whether it's a color or grayscale, tone, shade. It's just a way to describe how light or dark something is. Value in everyday usage means how much something is worth, right? So two very different meanings, but we're bringing them together in this drawing. You are going to show me your personal value, something you hold as a guiding principle, something important to you in your life, things such as happiness, hard work, family, care for the environment, whatever is, a driving force in your life. All right. Let me backtrack a little bit. So you're going to watch this video. You're going to answer a couple quiz questions. I also have a quiz for you on Cubism, which is part of what inspired this drawing, the Cubist art movement. So take a look at that and complete that as well. When you're done with the two short quizzes, then you can start on your drawing. Now, I already showed you my sample. My sample is two palms holding a leaf. My personal value I'm trying to represent symbolically is finding balance. And the reason the palm and the leaf is because I feel like nature always finds a way to be balanced. And then that symmetry of the two palms and the two leaves also shows balance. On top of my drawing, I made a spiral line. This is just a way of dividing up the space into sections, but you can draw any kinds of lines over your drawing. You have lots of options too. I did mine half black paper with white colored pencil and half value scale in the art pencil. But here I've made another example to show you various other options that you have. For example, you could divide up the space with shapes, overlapping shapes. So in this case, I did a bunch of overlapping leaf shapes. So you could use diagonal lines, vertical lines, horizontal lines, wavy lines, and or shapes or any combination to divide up your space into additional sections. All right, it's an abstracted, fractured image that you're making in the end. Some other options you have for composition is to cut out a piece of black paper and place it in some area of your drawing. I decided to make one of the leaves in black paper, but you could make the leaves in black. You could do half and half. It's really up to you how you collage in the black paper. Of course, wherever you do black, you're going to have to do white colored pencil. And the other option is to use colored pencil. Like in this case, I use colored pencil on the leaf. So think about how that's going to look. The leaf is going to come out, pop out green, and the whole background will be in grayscale. So it might add a nice emphasis or contrast, gray against color, right? The sub will give you a blue drawing pencil, and you can get from the front of the room a blending tool as well, but I'll need those back. Here I'm showing you to put a piece of paper under your palm so you don't smudge onto your hand and smudge the paper as you work. Any kind of scrap copy paper, just rip a piece, grab a copy paper and place it under your hand to protect the paper. So yeah, I'm sharpening the pencil. I'm going to show you how to do the value scale now. It's very important you take your time. By the time I get back on Friday, I only expect maybe 25 to 50% of this be done. If you're finishing it in a day, let me tell you, you're working way too fast. Um, I think I'm fairly good at drawing value scales, and there's no way I could finish it that fast. So if you see me here, just coloring in one section takes a bit of time. So relax, slow down. It's actually a very kind of meditative drawing assignment. Just become mindful, get into the flow, and focus. You should not be talking a ton with your neighbor. You should be really focused on creating a quality value gradation, right? So going back over, making it a little darker, careful to stay inside the lines, and then using your blending tool if you want to. You don't have to use the blending tools. It smooths out the lines a bit. But what I find I usually have to do with the blending tool is I blend a bit. I have to come back, probably erase to make sure I'm staying. The lines have to be crisp, right? So wherever I've gone out of the line, I have to go back and erase. And then I usually have to come back in with the pencil to make the dark area a little bit darker, right? Or just work on the value a little bit more. So you see how long I've worked on just this section, and now I'm moving on to the next little section. I just darkened the outline a little bit so you could see the section I'm talking about. And then you have to decide, should you go dark to light or light to dark? And I decided to kind of go dark to light in the same direction. I thought it would contrast with the light area around it. But which direction you go will just depend on the surrounding sections, right? You never want to do a dark section hitting against another dark section. There should always be some contrast between your different sections. And I erased away where I thought I had gotten too dark. So you'd continue on like this. If you are choosing to do colored pencil, one suggestion is to get whatever color you're using in 3 values. So I got a dark green, a medium green, and a light green. You could just use one color and vary the pressure, press harder where you want it darker, do more layers where you want it darker, but you could also do dark green, blend it into a medium green, then overlap and carefully blended. Wait, I need to sharpen the light green and blend it into light green, right? So you can create a value gradation like that, getting dark red, medium red, and maybe pink or something like that, which would be a light red. Coming back over. Now you cannot use the stump with colored pencil. It doesn't work. You can't use the blending tool. So all of the blending, if you're doing colored pencil, has to be done just, by a careful coloring, light to dark. I'm forgetting to put the paper under my hand here, and I could be smudging the pencil, so watch out for that. Watch out for smudging. All right, so there you have some options. You're going to decide ultimately the composition you're going for, what kind of lines you want to add on top. Oh, here I'm mentioning if you are doing a black section and you're going to use white, I recommend you use a Prismacolor. There are some Crayola white. They don't work as well on the black. The Prismacolor are your best bet. They're the higher quality colored pencil. All right, so that's it. Take your time. Again, get about 25 to 50% done. I can't wait to see you all Friday in your costumes and to see what kind of progress you've made. Please be really, really respectful of the sub. And yeah, see you Friday.